Do you know what I think about Joe Joyce? I think he is like, I think he's one of those people that has a different type of genetic makeup, got like a thicker skull than others.
Yeah.
Because the shots I see him take, the way he takes those shots, it's not standard in boxing.
Yeah.
He comes in and he take it flush in the face. This ain't even right. You haven't even processed what I just did to you.
Yeah.
You still coming. And I feel like he's going to benefit from this in his career. And I look at now and think to myself, it's going to take the top fighters to break that down. He's now in line to fight AJ and Usyk now. There's something abnormal about what he does in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, technically, I also haven't seen him rocked. And he's taking shots clean in the mouth. You think Tyson Fury has lost to people? Something weird is happening right now, right? And I've never seen this in the Fury fan base.
Yo, look, I can do it like money made, glamorous ting. 12 round unanimous ting. Casual fans on the analyst ting. That ain't KG and Travis's ting. That's undefeated, undisputed like Lennox. Do it on points, jab your head off. Who tried to say that AJ fell off? Must have never had Nigerian jello.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters.
Chatting it up. Listen, before we go any further, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment when you've enjoyed the show. If you've enjoyed it, tell a friend. If you haven't,
see you later. That is it. That is what we are saying now. But no, seriously, people, turn on notification bells to know when we are live, because we will be live on Saturday. Yeah? We're doing the fight, so they need to know.
Conor BENN is stepping into the ring. And I feel like we have a personal relationship with Conor BENN at this point.
That's why we have to turn up.
Of course we'll
crushing
be there.
it in the gym, fam.
Crushing it in the gym.
Crushing it.
Tell him, Tony. Bruv, when he steps into the ring, we'll be right there, live, watching along. So come and watch with us. Make sure you're there with us.
There you go. Again, listen, subscribe, you know.
No, for real.
Because the people watching our show, do you know what I feel it's like? It's like going into a shop, and just opening sweets and just eating in the shop and leaving. Subscribe, fam. Subscribe. That's it. That's it. I'm talking to you lot. Subscribe, please. That's all.
Let's have a little introduction to all the new listeners, because we got a wave of new subscribers and followers this week. Eddie Hearn shouted us out, and all of a sudden,
I
saw the numbers spike. I was like, oh snap!
Yeah. That we got the Eddie Hearn stimulus pack, like like something Hatton. What's that young Hatton kid?
Campbell Hatton.
Like Campbell Hatton, fam. We got that one.
We got the pay-per-view spot. Trust me, it felt amazing. Nah, for real. Just want to just introduce the new listeners, new subscribers. This podcast here, as far as in the boxing space, I don't know how to describe our energy, but I will say it's unique.
It's very different. I think that's the best way to describe us. We are very different. Just imagine getting into a barber shop. There's going to be things that you agree with in the barber shop. There's things that you don't agree with in the barber shop. But you can make yourself heard. So you can call in on a Monday night smoke. And say, listen, you man, you're chatting shit. And we'll listen to what you're saying and clap back. Or just apologize.
It's important. But the thing is, what I like about our show is that it's just unbiased. Do you know what I mean? If we see something crazy, we're calling it out. We don't let things linger. Even if we love the fighter, we'll call him out if he starts acting crazy. And I think that's what sets us apart.
That's what sets us apart. We will not, again, we are not following the script. Again, like Joe Joyce. Love Joe Joyce. That costume, disgusting.
Outrageous.
Get it off. AJ, probably one of the best heavyweights in this era, in this current era right now, in terms of just carrying the belts and carrying it with class. But when it comes to his mic work, trash. It is.
Bloody hell.
Wait, what is it?
What?
Come on.
Anthony Joshua, I just want to say that. Me and you, bro.
Bro, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. We know exactly, because we're both lions. And when I fight and then he fights,
just want to shout out
we're both lions.
Just want to shout out 258 management, doing a great job. I'm playing, man. No, for real. I mean, sometimes you got to step out into the ledge. But listen, I want to pick up everyone that tuned into last week's episode. That was a real special one.
It was a good episode.
Fight Fixing and the Mob featuring Charles Farrell. And that was a great conversation, because I was just like, it's nice to hear stuff directly from, people who were there at the time. Do you know what I mean? So I think the listeners appreciated that. And shouts out to Charles for taking the time to chat with us, man.
What we'll do as well, you're going to ask me about my tailored tape. Then we can read the comments.
All right, cool, bro. What's your tailored tape?
I'm 0-0, fam. Never fought, never lost. If I did, someone gets knocked out and it's not me. Just like that. What's your tailored tape, though, big man?
I'm 2-0, bro.
Come on, what do you do? How'd it happen?
I got a 50% knockout rate.
Is that what you did?
Half of the men that entered the ring with me, bro,
what happened?
They left on their backs.
Drop a bomb, please.
respect my thing, bro.
I respect your thing, fam. And right now, I've noticed that they're respecting our thing because the comment section is crazy for this last one. The Charles interview. Let's go. So there you go. Said Master says, the things that this guy is saying so casually are blowing my mind. This is crazy. And it's true. Yeah. He'll just be saying stuff and he's like, yeah, we'll just create a record for you. Yeah. It's like, wait, what? No, yeah, man, you've had 8 wins. What?
Just out of nowhere. Listen, this one made me... Trust me to read this one. Adrian Waters goes, big up Travis, who fully understands that cheating goes on in the sport of boxing. The biggest modern day cheat right now is Tyson Fury.
Just need to read that.
Straight out the gate.
Hey, listen, someone goes, Grizzly guy says, I don't know if you guys realize what you've done here. I myself was clueless. This kind of stuff happened to this extent at this level. It's mentioned. You guys have already made history, but this is different type of history. I'm defo buying the book and this vid getting sent around to everyone I know in boxing. Legendary-ish for real. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's a lovely comment, man.
Chill Out 477 says, such an interesting look into boxing. What an interview. Low Life on Audible. Yeah, man, get that if it's on there. If not, buy the real book.
Drop a book, please. That's how we do our marketing, fam. Go buy it, fam. Just like that, bro. You can read one more comment and let's keep it moving.
All right, cool. Where we at? Oh, this one made me laugh. FH said, did he say he started smoking at 3? Outrageous.
To tell someone, I wanted to call someone for that moment.
3.
But then easy thinking like that's mad.
I hear you, but right now my son is 3, and I just look at him and think to myself, a cigarette in these little fingers.
My little girl is 5 as well. That's crazy.
These little stodgy little hands.
Mad soft. Mad soft, and they got the bird. Nah. He was. That was an exaggeration. That was an exaggeration.
Yeah, it must have been at least 7, man. There's no way you got that off.
7 is young as well, bro, but back in the day, it was wild.
Fingers all just feel soft, even in the palm of their hands. The cigarette is in that,
and he's doing this one. Nah. We failed as parents. He's in the room, anyway. Just next to the toys and that.
That's outrageous. For crying out loud. Just showed us a picture of a child smoking.
Child smoking. Yeah.
Let's move on. Joe Joyce.
Juggernaut Joyce.
Juggernaut is such a perfect nickname for this brother.
It's perfect. When, again, he must have always known. He must have always known because we started with jokes. There was a lot of banter about the way he was dressed. And I don't want to focus on that just now. I want to focus on the fight. What I can say about Joe Joyce is, again, I do like to liken to Foreman. I do say that.
I think there's a lot of similarities to Foreman, but I don't want to overplay them, only because I think sometimes we watch one fight of a person and we lock them into this narrative. Or we lock into a narrative that's been around a fighter. Like, for example, with AJ. People say, oh, he's big and he's stiff. They're not accepting that AJ's changed since those old days.
Yeah.
With Foreman, because Ali called him a mummy and stiff and all that kind of stuff, it stayed.
It stayed.
Whereas if you actually go back and look at Foreman was 6'3".
Yeah.
That was big back then. Mm-hmm. Foreman wouldn't probably be a monster today. You see what I'm saying? Foreman was a big guy. He was athletic, though.
But I'm talking about the way he did it, though.
Like Foreman part 1.
Yeah.
Because I divided his career up because he retired young and then came back and was older a champ.
Still won.
Part 1, Afro Foreman. That guy was ripped. They weren't like awkward. He was a bit, a bit stiff, but he could let off a shot, a snappy shot. He was still a bit more. Joyce is probably like the bigger version that's slowed down of Foreman.
Yeah, but when you say Foreman with a snappy shot, I'm like,
no. When Foreman let a shot go, like it was still... It was, if you compare him and Joyce highlights, you'd watch it back and you'd be like, okay, I don't know, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I get what people are.
And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing because obviously there's George Foreman. There should be a lot more respect on his name, and Joe Joyce has not done Foreman stuff yet.
Oh no, but it's just style.
So
it's just
style.
Yeah,
there we go.
What
I do like is that it's that thing, and I hope he grows in the confidence because I look at him at the early. You know when Canelo was growing in confidence and getting into fights and he's like, okay, I'm going to break you with this body shot. I'm even watching videos of Canelo showing people how to throw devastating body shots. You know, when he's teaching him, he's like, no, like...
If Canelo's in the gym with you, he's coming over at some point to just go,
Payday, you want...
No, but he's coming over to show, listen, you see my left hook to the body.
Yeah.
No one does it better than me.
Literally.
It goes like, and he's
showing them exactly where it is. And it's like, hit it here, life will be great for you. And I think he knows that at any moment in a fight, I'm going to throw that shot. And I feel that for Joyce walking into fights now, he should be starting to say to himself, I can walk you down.
Yeah, that's his thing.
I can walk you down. But confidence, the confidence though, because he's been doing it and we don't know if that level of confidence has been there at all times. Now he should start to say to himself, I can walk a few of these men down. Do
you know what I think about Joe Joyce? I think he is like I've said this on Monday Night Smoke. I think he's one of those people that has a different type of genetic makeup.
Yeah.
And not in the fact where I'm trying to insinuate he's just like an alien or something crazy like that. I'm just saying some people have this. Like you see those guys who are like, they've got, I don't know what the terms are, so if I get them wrong, forgive me.
You say about Ray Jones, in terms Ray Jones has got that
no, but like you see how Michael Phelps doesn't produce lactic acid. Yeah. Some people are just different with these little random things. Yeah. I think he has that thing that people have where they've got like a thicker skull than others.
Yeah.
Because the shots I see him take, the way he takes those shots, it's not standard in boxing.
Yeah.
He comes in and he take it flush in the face. Doesn't have that dizzy moment, because sometimes if you micro watch a fighter's face, when he takes a shot, there's that little split second of like loose eye contact and then it zones back in.
Yeah.
With him, it's like bang, bang, straight. Nothing's deterred. The punches are still coming.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, this ain't even right. You haven't even processed what I just did to you.
Yeah.
You're still coming. And I feel like he's going to benefit from this in his career. And I look at now and think to myself, it's going to take the top fighters to break that down.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these guys in the division have stamina issues.
There's been talks about, it just breaking down over time. I think that's been the theory that we've been playing around with. It's like, after a while, if he keeps getting that level of punishment, he won't be able to take those shots after some time. The resistance wanes, But now, I feel like he's in a good part of his career. That again, Salas is a
Ismail Salas.
Yeah, that has been as a trainer that people are talking about and stuff, and it's nice to even almost give him his flowers. I do hope that relationship's there. I do hope, because I don't want to see him just always take clean shots to the face.
I just think I don't want to see that. I think that's just going to be him. But if you look at, because Salas wasn't in the corner for this fight, so I imagine he might not have been active in the camp. But he was for the Dubois fight.
Yeah.
The Dubois, the version of Joyce that we saw in the Dubois with a bit more head movement. The jab had a bit more effective. Like, he was a bit more, like, the timing was a bit better. So I just felt like, he was more equipped for that fight, because I think he might have respected Dubois more than he respected Takam.
Do you think he had a point to prove against, he knows that, because we're talking about bringing up his stocks. Do you think that he thought to himself, if I take out Takam, because Takam's been a good name for a lot of these fighters, Dylan even fought Takam.
No,
Chisora, that's
and
it.
AJ,
and he gave him that was the devastating knockout, right?
That's right.
AJ fought him as well. So, and these names, they moved on nicely, because Takam is a good name on your fight register.
Takam is a good name. I don't, he's not necessarily top level. Those top level, the guys at B, C, B level,
but he's there. He's there. Him. Yeah, he's there. But it's a nice name to have on your, like, to say, yep, I shared the ring with this guy. So now you say to yourself, if I knock him out in such a way, in a devastating fashion, I will look a certain way. So I think he didn't go with the fight plan. I think he just went for it. He said, let me kind of get this guy out as soon as possible.
It was to his own detriment, to be honest with you, because you didn't have a plan, and it showed. He didn't look like he dominated him. He was down on the scorecard.
Yeah.
Takam was getting a lot of the cleaner work.
Yeah.
I think he just knew that it's like, I can take your power. Like, we're not playing for points here. I'm going to stop you.
So being honest,
that's his attempt.
So being honest, would you say after that fight, because we always look at fighters in a loss or a win, their stocks go up and down. Where do you say them stocks went in that fight?
I think his stocks went up on the basis that he's now in line to fight AJ and Usyk now.
Yeah.
Like, not on the fact that we now say, he's going to... But we're starting to really respect that there's something abnormal about what he does in the ring.
Yeah.
Like, technically, you could say he's not sharp, he's not defending, he's not moving his head. But I also haven't seen him rocked. And he's taking shots clean in the mouth. And if anything we know about today's era of boxing, stamina issues is a common thing for most guys. So you look at DILLIAN's stamina in the late stages of a fight. You look at AJ's stamina issues depending on the fight style he's committed to, and you say anybody's vulnerable to miscalculating this thing in there with a man who doesn't get tired.
Do you know my thing is?
I think AJ is best equipped to beat him more so than say someone like a Dillian Whyte. Personally,
so I don't want to go there just yet. Yeah, my thing is, in terms of if I say about his stocks, I will say they stayed the same. I don't think it went up or went down. I think it was like,
I think his profile stock went up because now more people speak about what Joyce is doing.
Okay, yep, all right.
Whereas before it was
I'll
just
accept
like,
that.
He's just like that Dubois level. Whereas now he set himself apart from Dubois.
Yeah,
he beat Takam, and now it's just like, well, how high can he?
And that's what I was happy with. It was just the link with White. I like that. I like that the public decided these two next, because let's be honest, AJ Usyk and that, I don't know when these two
all tied up.
It's tied up. As soon as if AJ, do you know how frustrated I'll be with the world, yeah? If AJ, after this fight, goes and fights Joe Joyce instead of fighting Fury.
I can't see that happening.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but if they said, boom, okay, next fight is Fury.
Oh,
next fight is Joe Joyce.
Yeah, they just vacate the belt. If WBO tried to really be dickheads, remember this? They enforced the Usyk fight. So it's not like they have another chance to just be enforcing mandatories.
I think they wanted this fight. I think they know that they know Fury and Wilder's.
They were supposed to fight the Usyk. They tried to enforce that mandatory before the Fury fight.
Okay,
and a deal was made where it's just like, all right, straight after this Fury fight, we'll come back to you. So they can't enforce another one straight after that.
Yeah, it's mad. So did you reckon Joe Joyce had to take step aside money? Because him and Usyk was supposed to get busy at one stage.
Nah, because Usyk got the AJ fight. That fight, you know what I mean? It was just, I don't know how, to be honest, I don't even know. I just think these guys, they just shifted the markers. I don't think Joyce was interested in the Usyk fight because the splits were garbage. So he probably just thought, you know what, if that's what you want to do, go and fight him. I'll wait.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
So back onto the conversation you was talking about who gets it done, who would handle it better. You think AJ?
I think AJ on the basis of the style wise, right? So the reason why I don't rate Dillian Whyte's chances of beating Joyce as he is, yeah, he's smaller than Joyce, so he's smaller size wise and he's shorter. Yeah, the stuff he was able to do against Povetkin, the great jabbing and all that kind of stuff, he's not going to be able to get it done the same way. When you're the smaller man, jabbing up the bigger man is a trickier task. Yeah. And then you have a man who's just like, I'm just going to pressure you. Dillian's stamina issues, they might show themselves in round 9 or 10. I don't trust that Dillian Whyte has the power to rock Joyce.
And that's the problem. That's the part where I disagree. Well, I think that the power, I think that there's the overhands that he throws, yeah. And we've seen him hurt AJ with it.
And what happens then if Joyce takes it? Because what I'm saying to you is, Joyce, his ability to take shots, yeah, and Dillian Whyte's combined with Dillian Whyte's ability.
But we haven't seen him take a shot like this though.
Combined with Dillian Whyte's ability to always be off balance, yeah, is a bad recipe for night with Joyce.
I hear what you're saying.
Also, just to counteract again, Dillian Whyte's power could be overrated still.
I don't think so.
Because when we look at his record, there's a lot of fights where it's like you could have knocked man out and he didn't. Hellenius, Marius Wack. I understand Wack ain't been stopped by many men, but Dave Allen, like Lucas Brown is not a name where I'd be like, yeah, he stopped Lucas Brown. Come on, bro. Lucas Brown is getting stopped by rugby players at this point.
But then, Jesus. But then even the Chisora stoppage was something. The Chisora stoppage was is incredible.
So what level is Chisora at?
And we know, and obviously he's rocked AJ. He has rocked AJ. AJ was visibly dazed in that fight. Bro. So he's got, and
most men are gonna get rocked.
That's what I'm saying. I believe that he has that body snatcher. I think he's appropriately named. The man is named the body snatcher, and I think.
I'm just saying that Joe Joyce matchup is not the best for Dillian Whyte, and the reason why I say it's better for AJ. AJ and Joe Joyce are same height.
Yeah.
Right. Size wise, he's probably gonna have size on AJ because AJ is adopting to be less bulky as he used to be, which is better for AJ. But AJ is a great combo puncher. Yeah. And I don't trust Joe Joyce's chin against someone who can maximize combos like that.
Okay.
Joe Joyce starts getting tagged with them big uppercuts.
Get to quit on you.
Them big uppercuts. Like, come on, you're a human still.
Yeah.
I just don't think, Dillian Whyte is going to be better equipped to land a single devastating shot. Yeah. I'm just saying, I don't trust that devastating shot.
I've seen him a little, he's not a combination thrower like AJ, but I will say a nice 3-piece. I know that, I do know that Dillian can throw that. I do know Dillian can throw that. And then the funny thing is, it's just Dillian is good in the early rounds. The only thing is he can't. Where I was looking at this fight is, he likes to lean on you and likes to bully and likes to use this. He ain't gonna get that off.
So that's
the one thing that he won't.
He's gonna have to be focused with no lapses.
Yeah.
And one thing we know with Dillian White is that there are lapses.
But you know what's so good about this? This is why this fight needs to happen. This fight actually needs to happen because it goes different ways, and it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that Joyce wins.
But what's gonna happen?
There's a lot of question marks in this fight.
Because I know that fight is 100% not gonna happen.
Why'd you say that?
Dillian White is on his way to America. He's going to be on Canelo undercards. He's going to be building up his American presence because, and my, I spoke to a guy who did a comedy show yesterday.
Yeah.
A guy who's a fan of the podcast, actually.
Sick.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. I think it's Andrew. I don't even want to disrespect him. Let me just quickly take a look at my thing because I
have a look, fam.
Andrew. Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah.
And, we were speaking about Dillian White and he was saying, he goes, I don't think Dillian can handle another loss. Like, and I think they know that the money kind of slows down if he loses again.
Yeah.
So you take him to America, you start building his profile against guys that...
New market.
Yeah, and start working your way up that side. And I'm looking at it and thinking to myself, it makes perfect sense because AJ, Usyk, Fury, Wilder, it's all tied up for a little while.
Yeah.
So let Dillian White get busy and start to work in another market and build out there.
But you just don't want to have a Eubank situation where you go over there, but it doesn't go the way it needs to go.
But you're still going over big if you're under Eddie.
That's true.
Eubank was out there, kind of exposed in a lot of
ways.
Yeah.
Really so you couldn't really. Yeah. You know what?
But sorry to move the. Go on.
I personally do want to see. I think it's the right fight. I think Joyce needs it. I think heavyweight boxing needs it. I think it will get more attention than because I don't think it's that situation that you're saying about this is the last fight and then.
No, I'm not saying he's on the last stage of his career.
No, but you mean pay-per-view? This is the last time that people will be interested in pay-per-view. No, I think if you have a fight that is just amazing, if it's one of the fights that you say you're our fight of the year, yeah, we will watch it again. We'll say I want to see you lot mix up again. Yeah, it's one of those situations.
Both fighters win in those type of fights. But I'm not saying that. I'm talking about getting knocked out again. That's why I'm saying that changes things quite considerably. If that happens at this point, like now he needs to go on a good tear of wins. Yeah. Because before people start saying, but you're not really in a chance with.
No, but what if we let's say they rock it out and then they both get knocked down, both get up, finish it, it ends on points.
Yeah, it's a good fight.
It's a good fight. That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking about a knockout loss.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just wanted to make a point before we just leave the Joyce and Takam situation is that one thing I think might be a good shout to come back is bringing back a standing 8 count.
Talk to me.
Because, I'm starting to look at premature stoppages and I see them as a really big inconvenience. Like, a fight is good, a fight is developing some character, and, he takes a moment where he's maybe off balance, trying to find himself, takes a few shots in a row, fight's over. I'm like, in those moments, a good standing 8 count where you say, you know what, all right, cool, count to 8. Regain yourself. That obviously going to be ruled as a knockdown. Yeah. But regain yourself. Let's go again. Because there's more. Sometimes I feel like there's more breath in fights, and when they stop it, it's just that deflated feeling of oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just because I know what it is. When a fighter doesn't go down, he's just taking shots, and they go, no, wrap it up. If you give a man a standing 8, regain yourself, and it's happening again, call it.
I'd like to hear. Eddie Hearn was talking about wanting to hear from the referees. Yeah, and that's what I'm here for. If in a post fight and you hear from the ref and he says, you know what, I was looking at things, I was asking him to throw, he weren't responding to me when I was calling to him as a fighter. That's right. He didn't look like he could protect himself. This is why I stepped in. That would be great. It'd be perfect. If we get a 30-second or I don't know, or it's like, he gets 2 questions.
When they go to the fighter afterwards, talk us through what's happening right here.
Yeah.
There you see it, left to the body, overhand right, good night. They start doing all that. Yeah. Let the referee do that. Yeah. All right, here you go. I've signaled to him. I want to see something. I've signaled again. He's not showing me anything. Bro, I want that breakdown.
That'd be wicked.
Because then that'd be good. He gets to justify himself.
Or even what they do now with football, and they got the VAR thing where it's there's an ex-ref that speaks on the behalf of the ref. He says, I believe this situation was this, and this is why he's come to that decision.
Wait, what are you saying? What, in between rounds?
Not in between rounds. At the end of the fight. So he says, I believe this was this.
Going
this
to
is
VAR in a boxing match
getting to VAR is mad.
Was that? It's like, oh, it hit me low. Stop the fight.
You know,
It's just below the belt line.
The recovery time.
It's just below the belt line and 1 point deduction.
No. So I believe that just at the end of the fight, because you might not get the referees right, and as Charles famously told us, they're the ones to buy. You know, say again, it does. If the referees do have to speak, it changes the game. The way now we kind of keep it moving, and I love to hear from the judges as well.
No, I don't want that much transparency. The judges, they can stay kind of anonymous. I don't want judges to become...
If you hear a mad scorecard.
I don't want judges to start becoming known. Like, judges are now like, oh, he's the famous judge.
That celebrity judge.
Yeah, like, get that out of here. I'm not interested in that developing.
But then, don't you want to sometimes hear, why have you done that, though? 115, why have you done a madness tonight?
No, because that's too much time to break down. That's too many rounds to break down.
At the end of the fight, break it down.
Round, I felt like he did standing there in the ring at the end of the fight.
Not in the ring, bro. With the zone, fam.
The broadcast time has got to end.
The zone, bro. We watch on the app, fam.
Get out of here, man.
Bro, let the referee's moment, bro. When the refs just chat and then refs in the corner, people chat. I would watch that. Especially if it was a fight where I feel robbery.
That's too much.
We're giving away content. The zone, contact us.
Hey, check this out. Benjamin Whittaker, Olympics is
starting. Come on, let's go.
So I've been watching Olympic boxing, bro. I stayed up till... I was up at 5 for some reason. Like, you know those nights where it's like you just wake up early?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, snap, wait a minute. The Olympics, because the Tokyo time is all off. I stayed up till like 6:30 I watched Ben Whittaker fight this Colombian guy. Good performance, man. I'm really excited for his next, you know what I mean, the next few fights in the competition. And
the confidence in the young kid. Ben Whittaker, like, there's space in boxing for this character. You know, again, your type of fighter, very elusive,
my guy, man.
Very skilled.
Trust me.
know, I'm not gonna lie. You know me, I like the man them that will be on the inside mixing up phone box.
That's me. I like fighters with good movement, good reflexes, good power. Like, just all that package is just like, okay, this is my bag, bro.
Do you reckon he can go on and do the gold medal thing? Do you reckon he could?
I see it.
Go the way?
I do. Especially someone that's elusive like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It works well for the amateur game, and it translates. The skill set translates nicely to the pro game.
Yes.
So a man can move. Do you know what I mean? I'm really a fan of this guy already. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we had him on the red corner, you know, and I think he speaks a good game. That was the main thing. You can hear the confidence, you can feel it, and even just his energy. Because I've been following just his on Instagram and just how how he's just acting out there and how he's moving. You're like, you know what? Yeah, this works.
He's got star potential.
This works. That's the word. That's the word. He has star potential. You look at it and say, hey, that's a star.
Trust me.
That's a star. Like, it'll be just interesting to see where he goes, who he decides to sign with. You know, like, does he go the BT Sport route? Does he go the BT route? I mean, does he go the Sky route?
I see he's got a relationship with AJ. I see 258 management knocking on that door immediately, bro. And I want to see that.
Is that what you want to see?
That's the link.
I kind of wouldn't mind
AJ got
that.
the blueprint. He's walked it. He can do it. He can recreate it. Look at what 258 management is doing for WHYTE and all these guys, bro.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know. Not like I would like something different. I would like something different.
258 management got the blueprint. Look at Okoli. If you need another example, Okoli's another one.
Actually, it's a Okoli thing.
If you ever see what Eddie pays me, you know I've been winning lately.
Okoli's done a lot of work.
Of course he has.
When I look at that, let's look at WHYTE and Okoli just quickly, yeah. You can see
what works against WHYTE is the inactivity and also the fact that he's got like a super humble demeanor.
Yeah.
And sometimes the super humble thing, it can work against you.
But Ben's not like that. Ben is not giving me
Ben's
humility.
giving us bars, bro.
Yeah, he's not doing mad humility.
He's doing music video, showboating in the fight.
Yeah.
Everything about this guy's brand is like, okay, cool. I see this guy at the top.
Wait, Unless when we look at Okoli, we've just had.
Oh, he's worked his way up, but he's patting nicely
done,
now.
So I put a lot of down what he's done down to just how he moves and how he operates outside of the ring.
It's also the improvement in the ring.
Yes.
So like, man have to realize, regardless of all the other stuff that happens, you see this thing right here?
Yeah.
That's the car that keeps this whole thing moving forward.
Yes,
and I like the fact that Okoli's, he's not like second guessing any part of this.
Yeah.
He does a lot of other stuff, but the boxing is getting better and better and better and better.
I agree.
And it's
agree.
It's amazing to watch.
But then that star quality it's like, again, we're excited. Conor BENN, star quality.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's gone crushing it in the gym. Just imagine. I'm not take the piss, yeah? I think Avanesium's a problem for Conor. Yeah? No one's talking about Avanesium.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Crushing in the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
you know what it is? I think that fight will come. Nah, it's not
coming.
Nah, I think that fight will come. But I just don't think it makes...
Not happening.
You got to remember, these men are doing the business thing as well as the boxing stuff.
Yep.
So the throwback approach is any man who says my name, let's go.
Yep.
The business side is, nah, we got a plan here.
There we go.
He's not a part of the plan. If we don't need to fight him, we won't fight him.
And I promise they won't fight.
And it's not even one of the things where it's like I'm for or against it. I'm just acknowledging boxing today.
Yeah, look, I'm saying to you now, yeah, they are not fighting. There's gonna be the next Conor BENN fight is gonna be a ridiculous fight when it's one of the legends, one of the greats. You know what he was doing the other time? He said, wouldn't mind a Khan, Kell Brook. You're gonna hear that. Like at the end of the fight, don't be surprised if you hear something like that. They'll be pushing people like, what about Porter? He'll skirt around it again. Yeah, but that's the next. We're not going in there with it because the stock is too high. Again, high risk, low reward. Do you know what I'm saying? So now it's like Avanesium's a tricky customer. Do you know what I mean?
Boy, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Go on, talk to me.
What do you think about Billy Joe being so quiet? Like he's literally on the pin drop thing. This
church mouse,
bro. This guy has done the most, bro. You see when you come out with the apron with the things on the front.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy is never this quiet. Even if he doesn't get up to madness on the street, chatting to strangers and making them do foolishness.
Yeah,
he's pin drop silence.
It again. There will be a rebrand.
You know what I
anyone this quiet is a rebrand is coming. Go through. What do you think it is?
Humbling. When you get humbled like that, it changes your spirit, bro. You cannot move the same after those experiences. Remember that time you growing up, you was a Larry boy in school, and then one day that kid just banged you in the mouth, and it's just like, I'm gonna fight back, but at the same time, there's a part of me that doesn't know if I'm gonna win this fight. You go into the scrap and you lose. It changes your approach to how you're gonna approach the rest of the beefs that you experience in your life. I don't know if you've experienced it. I've experienced it, fam.
I don't think Billy Joe Saunders feels this way.
I promise you.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Someone does that to your face.
Humility
cannot feel the same to you.
You could wait. Let me deep this now.
Go on.
If you put out your message about being banged, on Facebook to tell the masses, something's already wrong in it with the thoughts that you've made, because that's not the medium that you've been getting to put this. Let's say, because usually the medium that he's been using, Instagram, Insta Live.
I dropped the release on my
he dropped it on
my
Facebook.
SoundCloud. The SoundCloud that no one knows I have.
So there's that. It's mad because you could be onto something in terms of he has been missing. You could be into something in the journey, that how he walked into the ring with the tune, it's by himself. There was a lot of movement.
The stuff he's never done before.
You could be right with the way he approached and the way he spoke to Canelo at just even before like weigh-in. I swear he didn't turn up. Did he?
No, that's right, the weigh-in and all that other stuff. He just played a lot of games. He did so much before this fight to try and get in Canelo's head. Got smoked, bro.
And then Canelo almost became a new guy after that. As you said, press the button.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
It's different.
So it's true. Someone won.
He's taken his spirit a little bit.
He's taken a lot from him.
He said, you took a lot. Now I've beaten you. I take your soul like I'm what, Thanos.
Yeah.
I've taken the trash talking stone, and all of a sudden it's payday. Get the fuck out of here, man. Bro, the guy turned into flipping Tony Montana. Mexican Tony Montana. Man beat you up and took your skill. Now he can't talk for himself.
And your dad got moved to by security.
Bro.
It's a mess. The whole thing was a mess.
When he dropped the statement, he said, I'm going to talk to my dad about if I'm going to keep going. Now, I'm telling you, humility has been introduced to
But when
Billy
humility gets introduced, you come back and you give them humble vibes. So you'll have your little say on other things.
Another example of humility. David Hay. Do you remember how much trash talk this guy was giving up? This guy had t-shirts with Klitschko's head severed on the thing. This is how he was moving, bro.
Yeah,
he
now
was
he's
on
wearing
smoke with
satin
everyone.
suits.
Now he's on some...
The satin
when men
suit
start
jacket.
giving it up to him and he's just like, oh, I'd knock you out. And he's just like,
yeah.
like humility, bro. And that's my guy. Love David Haye.
But then the visibility thing's a problem for me. Do you believe he's in the gym going hard?
No, I don't. I don't think Billy Joe Saunders is going back to that level. He's doing one more thing, whatever that is, and then he's retiring.
It's crazy because he'd have to wait for his rival. His rival is Chris Eubank Jr. He can't currently. He just has to be quiet. He can't really speak, can't say nothing. But that's because you think about it, if you say he's got one more move in him, yeah, and what's that? One more payday? Would you say?
One more fight, yeah. One
more fight. That's the only fight that I think it will capture the world, irregardless of whatever happened with Canelo. And that's also the one fight that I would say would be like,
yeah,
because there's enough needle in it. He was laughing. I think Chris Eubank was laughing in the house. He bet the money, gave it to NHS. It makes sense.
Yeah, that's it. And also, flip sake, I think I've lost my point even.
You're talking about him being humble and him getting away, and he's only got one more. He's got one more fight in him.
Yeah, no, I think it's gone. But like when I look at the Billy Joe like situation, like he's obviously split with Mark Tibbs. I saw Mark Tibbs in an interview, and he was just like, will you be in the corner for him again? He was like, nah. Like, bro, like you could tell there's a big breakdown for how the fight was handled afterwards. Like with the talking to the media and whose account. Like, because even when he was just like, he goes, oh, when you experienced it, like, what was it like? Will you miss that? And he goes, it was a job.
Yeah.
When a man takes the emotions out of it completely in the explanation, he goes, it was a job at the end of the day. Met a lot of good people out there. You know what I mean? And da-da-da. And yeah, it was nice. It's like, boom, it was very cold.
I kind of feel for Mark, because his stocks is taking an unfortunate drop in a way that it shouldn't. He's been put into certain situations. You say he done a lot of work. As we said, Dylan has a kickboxing pedigree. Then he did turn Dylan into a better fighter after he got involved. Each fight you could see improvement. Dylan now says he's getting Xavier out. Nothing was explained about it. It just kind of happened. He was blindsided by it. Yeah. Then after now, the next thing that he steps on, which is on the main stage, is Canelo. Was Ben Davison there? Was there too?
He was in the corner as well.
He's in the corner as well. Do you know what I mean?
As a weird addition.
As a random person there. Do you know what I mean? And then after, he got like, Ben didn't help because they all tried to kind of they all blamed him. So in a sense, he's had these unfortunate moments that I don't think has been like his fault.
I think Mark Tibbs is a great trainer. I think he's the type of trainer that, every fighter needs to have at some stage of their career, whether you're amateur, junior, like whatever stage, you need someone who is a straight talker to the fighter. Like someone who is like, I'm going to teach you the correct way of how to do this. Yeah. Put your flavorings on it if you want, but I've given you the core that you need. Like you can tell he's a straight down the line type of trainer. And I like his energy. I'm surprised that Billy Joe, like that much movement though. When you go into a fight like that, with a fight against Canelo, and you say like, and there's because I feel like you do need a relationship with your trainer. You do need to feel some level of closeness. And he said, when he's going to say, it's just a job, I was out there. No, when he says that, that's because of what happened afterwards. I think what's happening, obviously they've severed ties as the relationship now. Yeah. So when he's like trying to get him down to talk about, what was the experience like, and da-da-da-da, a fighter with a good relationship with his trainer still is going to be like, yeah, man, it was nice. You know what I mean? We were up there and really going for it. It was a job. Yeah, like I don't care. I'm talking about coming through the ranks. They even come through the ranks together. They haven't always been. That relationship is not there. Saying is that's it. He's not done a DILLIAN carry up thing with Billy Joe. So he's just like, it's a job. Like I ain't gonna pretend like these guys are my guys. Like it's also gone pear shaped since then. Because everyone's got a different version of how to think the fight. But let's do the journey now, because you got to say to yourself, we look at Tyson Fury and how he's managed his relationships with his trainers and stuff. I'm talking about being on the precipice of a major night for yourself. You're fighting Canelo. You got someone that you kind of don't really know. And then after you got, even the same with Fury. Fury's made chop and change. The next voice, we're bringing another voice in now. For this next fight is Roach. Well, no, it's not guaranteed that Sugar Hill's leaving, but bringing in Roach is something that he wants to do. So it might just be another voice in the corner. Okay. But then he was also in for the first Wilder fight. But then we saw that my thing is, even when we had, because Ben Davison came in and was there, supposed to be helping, just another voice, not to be the main trainer's the one that speaks when it's getting nuts.
we saw more than one voice in that corner at that time, because these guys don't work together. And even when we saw the first fight with and Freddie was he part of Fury Wilder 1?
Yeah, that's what I was,
He was there, Fury Wilder 1, and he was talking more than he needed to be talking.
To my Freddie Roach.
Yeah.
Freddie Roach kind of threw Ben Davison under the bus.
There you go, Fury.
He goes, I think he should have gone in for the kill, and he was very much like, no, stay on the outside.
You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it's almost, you got different fighters, different trainers
but that's
that
why
don't.
Mark was upset.
There you go.
It's like, this is a crucial moment. I just want to speak to my fighter, and you're there in his ear
Doing the most.
He wasn't happy with the whole process, but I give people credit when they can say how they feel. Like when he's just like, I didn't like that. This was a moment in there. I didn't enjoy it. Like he's left it and he's quite cold from it now. He's like, it was a job, and I'm done with that now. Like that's the energy I get from Mark.
But if the one thing, because we're just in speculation, gang, at the moment. If there was real humility and he's changed his ways, I don't think he would sound like that.
I don't think humility necessarily means you go back to the people who are involved as well. I just think humility could be why you might keep your mouth shut for a change.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
That's what I mean. Like that energy that was there has been contained.
It's really contained. Shout out Saunders though.
Yeah, no. Hope he, you know what I mean? Hope he makes a comeback. So this is something I want to ask, right? Do you think Tyson Fury has lost the people? Because something weird is happening right now, right? And I've never seen this in the Fury fan base.
Yeah.
I commented on you know me, I'm always starting trouble with the boxing debates. Something said like
trolling.
No, I wasn't trolling. I don't troll. Trolls chat crap.
Yeah.
I wasn't chatting crap. So they said something about Tyson Fury being like, he was trying to throw Lewis Hamilton under the bus. He's like, the whole COVID thing's nothing to do with me. I'm not one of these people that has all these hangers on and all this other stuff. I live in this country and I pay my taxes here, not like Lewis Hamilton. I'm thinking to myself, look at this slippery guy trying to deflect the conversation entirely.
Yeah.
So I got into the comments and I was like, this guy doesn't even fight here. Like, I don't understand why he's going on like he's fully the British boy. Like, bro, you don't fight here. Man, we're talking about you fighting here. You just like, I'm tired of doing small shows. I want to fight in Las Vegas, as if Wembley's a small show. Yeah. Like, the disrespect was just outrageous. So I looked at that and I was just like, let me just address some of these things here.
Yeah.
Expecting the comeback. Bruv, all these people in the mentions responding to me, I'm a Fury fan, but mate, I can't defend the guy no more. I'm a Fury fan, but yeah, it's true. At the end of the day, why is the fight's not happened yet? I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Fury fans have changed.
No, Fury fans are livid because it's been defending Fury, I think, has been probably one of the most difficult things to do now. Do you know, like, I've been a Fury fan for the longest. Yeah. I'm talking Fury when he used to wear the oversized New Era hats, and he was just doing. He looked like a rapper. He looked like a rapper that's not good at rap.
Blazing Squad.
Yeah. He looked like one of them dons. But I just loved the way he spoke. I loved the way there was no
unfiltered energy.
Unfiltered energy. And you could tell, you could see the community that was coming from. You could see that, you could get that feeling of, you've been marginalized. You've had it hard. Do you know what I mean? And I felt a natural connection towards Fury from that. Yeah. Now, what he's made weird decisions along the way.
Yeah.
Weird decisions. Even obviously all the fights in America, cool. That's fine. But I think Fury's always wanted to be loved.
Yes.
And
100%.
wanted to be accepted.
Yeah.
And that moment, he made mistakes. You see, when he now, like, obviously he said some stuff, some disparaging stuff about the LGBT, community, TQI, make sure I get it right. He's made some claims about that. And I think he lost, remember, he wanted to win the BBC's personality. That hurt him, that he beat Klitschko.
Yeah.
And he's like, you lot should love me now. You still don't love me.
Yeah.
You love this guy. You love Femi. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua. You love him. This makes no sense to me. Like, and remember when Charles is talking about, there is that thing about being the white heavyweight.
Yeah. So I imagine with everything that is said about the white heavyweight
being such a token, like the value of it, like he must.
I'm not seeing it.
He's now thinking, well, I'm it,
and
I'm not getting the love. So then I reckon what that does to you, then it poisons you, Like when you see the villains in the movies and you get down to their story, you see that phantom in the basement and all he just wants is to be loved.
Yeah.
And he goes back to the picture when he was good looking and all of a sudden he did something mad to try and blow up everyone and mash up his face and now he's underground. Like the story starts with my search for love.
Yeah.
So when you look at Fury, you can see the pinpoints of when this happened. So now you've become a dude who might just be like, I secretly don't care about anyone.
Yeah.
So literally all I'm doing is twanging whoever I can twang or whoever's going to listen to me. And I'm going to say whatever it takes to get me to feel the way I want to feel.
And then when you move it on is you get to a point where it's like, well, what do you stand for now, Fury? Because I've been watching you, I've been listening to you, and you said one thing, and I've been down for the ride. Like everything you said that I'm a gypsy, I'll take any fight, bare knuckle, you know, all that talk. And
any man born from his mum, any day of the week, twice on a Sunday.
There you go. You jump into that talk and you're like, and you know he backs it. You know before he would back it. And you talk about who can move like me. Well, no one can move like you, Fury. You're actually one of the most elusive, one of the most skilled fighters for your size. In how I see it.
I mean, I don't know if we want to get into this debate.
That's how I see it.
Some stuff is definitely overrated. Like, being able to move good for your size doesn't mean that your movement is that great.
Okay, I get, but I'm saying that.
I think sometimes we
But then
we
just
overrate.
say we don't
in conversations
usually
like
see
these,
stuff like this. We don't usually.
Yeah, in conversations like these, I think we overrate certain qualities.
Like but I'm just saying that thing.
The herky jerky thing will have you believing he's doing Mayweather in the heavyweight division.
No, not Mayweather. But I'm saying that you know when we talk about that thing, we talk about that point about Wilder, and we say we've always argued to beat Wilder, you got to be perfect for 12 rounds. Yeah. That was the closest, I'm talking about the first fight, that's the closest to perfect you can be that I've seen anyone fight against Wilder with someone that's that dangerous. So we can say, main thing is you are elusive and stuff. That's something that you have on your side that no matter what, cuss him, say whatever about his personality.
I'll let you get it off just to move the convo.
That is there, yeah? But now it's like, you move forward and you say, but you don't defend. You don't defend your title.
You don't defend the belt.
You don't defend your belt.
The record is too up and down with levels.
You walk the walk away is a bit weird. You'll do some stuff that it's a bit of renegade. You know, you'll go and do WWE, okay, but it's like if you're doing WWE and still mashing your work, as you said, a Coley is doing all this other stuff, but the main that he doesn't mess around with is fighting. And the thing with Fury is the main, because all the fans, fight fans we can be simple. We'll say to ourselves, well, does he fight? That's all we want to know.
Yeah.
Does he fight? And all these fight fans are saying, I can't defend this no more. Because he, again, as he said, he's taken away the biggest fight that we've all wanted to see.
And it's left a really bitter taste in the public's mouth. Like, it's one of them things where it's like, now you literally, I don't see how anybody can fault AJ in any of this.
You can't. You can't.
Even though COVID is the reason, most people don't believe he had COVID.
Nope.
Like, the fact you were out in the public mingling, the fact you didn't release a statement, the not releasing a statement is a much bigger deal than people like probably think. Because it says that I don't value you enough to tell you guys first. I don't value you enough to give you guys my account of what just happened here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm buying a Ferrari and you spot me. And I'm just doing my thing and I'm chilling. Do you know what that's like? That's like you arrange to date a girl and Tuesday evening is here and you don't chat to her all day.
Yeah.
And the evening comes and you just ghost. This is Tuesday evening. Thursday comes now. You're like, you know what? Tuesday was mad for me still.
That's
what? You think you're getting a positive response?
Yeah.
You didn't even have you didn't respect the situation enough to take on the day. So when Fury, the fight is off, we've heard that from the whatever announcer. 4 or 5 days go by, I'm the last guy in the world to blame.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
Do you know what's funny though? I don't know, when I look at the Fury brand, I don't know who he is now. Because is he the nice guy?
The Versace shirts with the open button down.
No, but there you go. No, because remember, he showed us he was the nice guy, that he was almost, when we had the Black Lives Matter moment, he came out and he was like, I love everyone. Like, everyone should stop being silly. I don't see color. Yeah? And he became that guy. Then remember, we've had the charity Fury. We've had the I give all my money to charity. I'm not really about that balling life. But now you're doing big chains and Versace shirt.
He said, I've made enough money was the statement.
There you go. Like I gave some of my trainers when they couldn't, and then I walked home or something. Now we're seeing the like. So what's hard is we can't place where your brand is almost. It's like, are you Money May? Where are you? Like he's
Money May. He's trying to be Money May and Muhammad Ali. And the mental health ambassador.
And wait.
All in the same body of work.
No, it's just confusing. I think it's not clear because that's what the line is. It is not clear what you are standing for, because if you do care, because then you say, remember the people's champ, this argument about the people's champ.
But you know what?
1 second, let me get this off.
Go on.
So this argument about the people's champ, yeah, and he tried to become the man of the people, but the fight's cancelled. You don't talk to the people. All these people are coming to support you. You know what I mean? All these people bought tickets for you. If you're the people's champion, then talk to the damn people. Do you know what I mean? And still, as a previous Fury fan, I would still rate him in terms of his fighting ability. But as a previous Fury fan, I think it's wrong that he hasn't spoken to us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think he's definitely lost the people. He doesn't respect the people enough to respond. But even some of the statements from before, I'm not going to fight in the UK. I'm not going to do this. I'm like, bro, where's your core fan base? Because if they're not buying tickets in America, which they clearly weren't, then who you want to have riding for you and traveling for you? Yeah. Like Ricky Hatton's built up this audience over here where they were traveling because of the work the work and the personality he was at home. That's our Ricky. Yeah. I don't know if people are walking around thinking, that's our Tyson Fury.
Well, they were. I think, again, he capitalized. There was a moment, and you saw it. You saw what happened.
Yeah, it was when AJ spoke up on certain things.
And
people kind of was just turned on him and became Fury fans overnight.
Yes, yeah. It was like that. I don't know if you've seen that Saturday Night Live when they finally realized Beyonce's black. I don't know if you've seen that. There's a funny sketch when they listen. Check it out, by the way. It's hilarious. Beyonce's black is brilliant. But then there's this moment where they realize and people can't deal with it. Yeah. I believe in this moment when they saw AJ speak unfiltered and a lot of people didn't know what to do, and those fans needed somewhere to go. You know what I mean? And he picked them up.
It was a frustrating situation to come across, especially if you understood what AJ was trying to say. Yeah. And I say trying because the attempt and the execution can sometimes be on two different pages.
Of course.
And you start to see that, and you start to see the reactions and the blow off by it. If you understand what's happening, it's quite a frustrating thing to watch. Yeah. What's even more frustrating was how Tyson Fury contributed to it by stirring it with his little kind of thing at the end. Yeah. And then you start to say to yourself, all right, so it's anarchy you want, because these are conversations which are bigger than boxing. Yeah. And you're stirring it for your own personal gain. Yeah. In the midst of the wider society's conversations and the tension that's happening right now, to spark that fire so you can stand in the middle of it and go, well, look at me. Come and stand next to me. And I thought
while having some understanding from being from a marginalized community yourself, even though it's not the same at all, but while having an understanding, because he understands they know what it's like going to certain place where you're not allowed in. They know what it's like to have that. They know they're not extremely accepted here. You know what I mean? They're not. Do you know what I mean? That's that we've seen that energy.
And that's why it left a bitter taste in my mouth as far as like what Tyson Fury is. But, some stuff for me is bigger than sport. It's bigger than what you do. It's bigger than all this other stuff. Yeah. And when you're stirring the fires and that kind of stuff, I just feel like, bro, that kind of...
But that destination to be loved, though, that battle to be loved is key. And I think, again, wanting to be loved and losing your way, because you want to be the people's champ, but you're giving me button-down Versace, buying a new Lambo or whatever car, while you've let down the fans. Do you know what I mean?
It's a fascinating one as well, especially if you know who you're talking to, because the British crowd, the British public, not big on show-offs. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? So then there's that side as well that's confusing them, because it's like you've got this guy who's done all these humble statements and gestures, giving all my money to charity because I've made enough. I'm just going to chill out. I'm not flashy like AJ. I ain't got no entourage. And then you're giving us Versace and Ferrari at the same time. The British crowd, we're not big on show-offs over here. They're looking at that and it's just like, not too sure about this for you,
Big time Charlie, that.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
That's a big time
Look
Charlie.
at Ricky Hatton, bro. You do not think that man is a multi-millionaire.
And he's rich. He's mad rich.
That's what I'm saying.
But it just keeps it. So
there's a lot of levels as to why Fury, I think, has lost the people. because I feel like at one point he genuinely had a solid demographic, whereas now I think it's changing.
Well, they can't. You can't defend it indefendable. You know what I mean? Indefensible. Excuse me. Like that's the bottom line. If he fought more, do you know what I mean? Like I've had more title defenses defending Fury than he's had title defenses, and that's mad. That is crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, bro,
that's hilarious. We both had the same amount of title defenses as Tyson Fury, and that is insane. And I think that brings us to a lovely end. Guys, thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell your friends.
See you on Saturday.
Share. See you on Saturday. Yeah, man. We'll see you on Saturday at the CONOR BENN watch along.
There you go.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Yeah. Peace.
Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.